Hi Darlene, this is Christina. This is a video that I was mentioned about in the group doing an SEO audit and some suggestions on how to improve your online presence. I did a little bit of research, so I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in. Now, as we know, any consumer, if they're looking for a product or a service, they go to Google right away and they type in a keyword within the search bar there. And for example, your future consumer is going to be typing in Notary, Florida. Now, whenever we see a location at the end of that, that tells us that that is a local consumer looking for a local business to get service done right away. So here they have that higher buyer intent. Now, let me show you some sections within Google that are really important here. Now, these are Google ads. They're great to run. Of course, they do cost a little bit of money, but what's really important is this section right here. This is what we call the Google Map Pack. Now, as we talked about, this is a consumer looking for a local business, right? They have that high buyer intent, and based off of convenience, they're going to be contacting these three companies first because they are the most visible. They have that top spot, right? And if they don't see you, they typically won't look any further to contact you because, again, they need that service done right away, right? Now, I just want to look here to see where you're located. Now, these are Google Business Profiles. Let me just look here briefly to see. Okay, and I'm not finding you. And you definitely want to be on the first page. That is ideal because 98% of consumers do not go past the first page when looking for a company to contact. Now, I noticed that you do Ron, so I don't know if you do mobile notary or not. And from my understanding with Ron, it's definitely statewide because every state's different. I know some states, they can go on a platform and get customers or clients, and then some you have to find your own. So I'm not really sure how Florida works, but since you are mostly statewide, it would be really important to get within the Google Map Pack here. So if you don't have a Google Business Profile, definitely set one up. There's a couple things on how you can do to optimize it so you can improve your ranking. If you do have one, but you're just not within that first page, make sure that you have 750 characters in the business description. Make sure that you're doing weekly or bi-weekly posts where you have photos, branded photos that are geotagged to your area. Also make sure that you are responding to your comments, so just thanking them, right? Just any type of comment. And also to something is what we call citations. So that is your business address, phone number, website URL, and email address. Now, I know with most notaries, majority of them are mobile, especially if you're Ron, you're home-based. You don't want your address visible, so you would just have your address, just have it as you don't want it visible, and that you service clients at their locations. Just have it that way. Don't say that you only do online because then you're not going to come up within the Google business listings. Now, something else that you could do, or what I was talking about citations, is that you want to list that information out to as many places as possible, such as Yelp, Super Pages, Yellow Pages, and it's like a popularity contest. So the more that Google sees you listed, the more popular they see you. And of course, the more that you're listed more times than your competitors, you're going to rank above them, right? Again, like a popularity contest. And I did notice here when I was looking that there is somebody, so they do advertise that they're a virtual notary. I didn't necessarily see any where they had that it was a remote online notary, because since I know Ron is fairly new, besides Virginia, I know Virginia, they've been doing it for a while, but maybe not a lot of people know about the remote online notary, right? So if you advertise virtual, it might be more recognizable. So that would be my recommendation, is just maybe have something virtual within your business description, your title, something like that. And then this section down here, this is what we call the organics. Now, these are websites that have Google's requirement of 1,500 to 2,000 words of content on the home page. That's really important to have content on there. More content, the better. Googlebots, they crawl websites 24/7, and the more content that you have, the longer they stay on your site, and the more keywords that your site gets indexed for. And what drives the content are the keywords that I just mentioned about, so like notary, Florida, right? So that Google knows how to index your site. And of course, these are considered preferred websites because they have the content, they have the keywords, and the more content you have are your competitors, you're going to rank above them, okay? And I just wanted to look here. When I look at remote online notary, there were no Google Map Pack or no Google listings. It was mainly websites. So, yeah, so I would have to actually, let me bring this up just to see what comes up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at your website here. Now, okay, so you're a mobile notary, so definitely get that Google Business Profile set up or optimized so you get within that Google Map Pack. And also make sure that whenever, if you don't want to have your address listed, when you pick a service area, make sure you pick your county, because that really helps broaden your visibility, right? Versus just choosing your one service area, such as like your town. You want to make sure that if you do towns, that they are within a 50-mile radius. Okay, it does say on there 2 hours, but I've had some clients where they pick service areas, especially notaries, where they pick service areas that were outside 50 miles and their Google Business Profile got suspended. So it's really imperative that you really focus on having like one service area. I would recommend just doing county for right now and just doing that until Google kind of that isn't there, tightens up, loosens up their reins, I guess is what I mean, because here lately they've been really nitpicky. So take a look at your site. As you see here on your phone homepage, you don't have the content that I was mentioning about, right? So Google doesn't know how to rank your website. So again, minimum 1,500 to 2,000 words. I'll show you some keywords that might be beneficial to get on your site, but definitely like mobile notary in Florida. Like that type of keyword, you want to get up that on your homepage at least 13 times so that you can get indexed for your site to really get visibility, right? So people can find you. And then also too, I would maybe have like, since you do remote notary, I would maybe have your homepage as mobile notary, because that's probably going to get searched more. And then have a back page where you'd have Ron, right? And you have your content and the keywords for that. I think that will really help. And then also too, since you are a mobile notary, a lot of them, what I do for my clients is that we have a menu here where it says service areas, and then you have your towns that you service, and you have it broken down into what we call back pages for each individual town, keywords, content, so that you're able to come up with the search results for those areas. And as you can see here, this is the behind the scenes to your website. There's no data going on, right? So like I said, Google doesn't really know how to index your site because you don't have enough content on there and the keywords, okay? But overall, like I like that you have this video here. It really explains what Ron is. I'm sure that is really helpful because a lot of people don't know about it, or they don't really know how it works. So I really like how you have that. Now taking a look at this company here, this is the one that came up within the business listings where they have the virtual within their name. Now you don't need to have, like I said, you already have your business name, but you could put dash then virtual notary, so that within your title, okay? So overall, I mean, their website's great. I'm not going to go into too much of that, but this is what I was talking about, the back pages, right? Where if you did apostilles or apostille, I know it's kind of different ways on how you say it, but the virtual notarization, mobile notarization, or however you want to word it, Ron, right? You would have your different services. So again, content, keywords. So that really broadens your customer outreach. Now take a look at the behind the scenes to their website. Now as you can see here, this is the amount of traffic they're getting to their site every month. Not every month. Just based off of the keywords on their website. Now let me just show you here. Now see how we talked about having different service area back pages, right? So like this is an area. You see that search volume, they're in the top position. So they're going to get the majority of people going to their site that's searching for that keyword. Virtual notary. Now that's their branded name, so I don't really know. I'd have to do a little bit more research for that. Online notary service Florida. There's a lot of volume there. Little difficult. Well, not difficult. I shouldn't say. There's some competitors that are in that keyword that has that keyword on their site, which is still fine. But they are in the top position. So again, they're going to get the majority of the people going to their site because they're in that top position. Notary. I don't know if you do that service area, but that's a high traffic service area. So they have a lot of traffic volume for that keyword. And of course, they're going to be getting the majority of the people reaching out to them. Remote notary Florida, that is a good one. There's some competition. Virtual notary Florida, again, that might be, I don't know if that's branded or not. Electronic notary Florida, right? So as you can see, there's so many different remote notary. Online notary service, right? So there's a lot of keywords here to where they're statewide, right? Where it really ties into that remote online notary that you should get on your site. That really helps get your visibility, right? Get your site ranking. Here's Ron. I just happened to notice that. Okay, as you can see, they're in the 6th position. So definitely you can get up there in that top 3 position there to get that traffic to your site, right? So just showing you, right, the power of content and keywords to really get your site optimized. And if you do that, you can get some of this traffic going to your site, right, essentially becoming new clients. Now, this is that website that I saw. She has the remote online notary. So let me just look here. Sorry, I'm kind of flip-flopping here. I just want to see what's going on behind the scenes to her website and type of traffic. Now, as you can see here, that's a service page that she has added onto her site. So let's see here. Of course, my internet's going to take forever. We've had a lot of storms today, so it's been super slow. I may have to pause this video and come back. Okay, we're still, there we go. Those numbers came up. So as you can see here, look at the amount of traffic she's getting every month to her site just by having the keywords that are needed to help her site get indexed. Of course, it's going to take time again. Okay. Okay, and we're back. Now, look, she's not in any of the top positions for these keywords, right? They all are pretty decent high traffic keywords, but she's getting people going to her site. And this is only to that remote online notary page, right? This isn't even to her home page where she talked about mobile notary, right? This is just remote online notary. So again, look at that. The power of having those keywords on your site to really optimize your site to get traffic, right? To get new clients every month. So that's something I just wanted to show you on things you can do on your own. And just by looking at this number right here, as you see, these numbers are really low. We would be able to outrank them pretty quickly online if that's something that you're interested in. But overall, I just wanted to provide some suggestions on things you can do, again, to really drive traffic to your site, to really get those new clients for you every month. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Take care.